Once upon a time, there was a young monk who was troubled by constant overthinking. His mind was always racing with thoughts, worries, and fears, and he found it hard to focus on his meditation and his daily tasks. He sought guidance from his master, who told him a story that would change his life forever. There was once a man who lived in a small village, the master began. He was known for his overthinking and his tendency to worry about everything. One day, he heard that a great teacher was coming to the village to give a lecture on how to stop overthinking. The man was overjoyed and eagerly waited for the teacher to arrive. When the teacher finally arrived, he was greeted by a large crowd of people, including the overthinking man. The teacher began his lecture by asking everyone in the crowd to hold out their hand. He then placed a small object in each person's hand and asked them to describe what it was. The overthinking man looked down at his hand and saw a small rock. He immediately began to worry and overanalyze the rock, wondering where it came from, how it got there, and what it meant. He couldn't focus on anything else and missed the rest of the teacher's lecture. After the lecture, the man approached the teacher and asked him how to stop overthinking. The teacher smiled and said, "The answer is in your hand." Confused, the man looked down at the rock in his hand. The teacher continued, "You see, the rock is just a rock. It has no meaning or significance unless you give it one. In the same way, your thoughts are just thoughts. They have no power over you unless you give them power." The overthinking man was amazed by this simple but profound wisdom. He realized that he had been giving too much importance to his thoughts, and that he could choose to let them go and focus on the present moment instead. From that day on, he practiced mindfulness and meditation, and gradually learned to quiet his overactive mind. The young monk listened to the story with rapt attention. He could relate to the overthinking man's struggles and felt inspired by the teacher's wisdom. He thanked his master and vowed to apply this lesson to his own life. Over the next few weeks, the young monk practiced mindfulness and meditation diligently. He learned to observe his thoughts without judgment and let them pass without getting caught up in them. He began to feel more peaceful and centered, and was able to focus more easily on his meditation and his daily tasks. One day, as he was walking in the forest, he came across a group of travelers who were lost and in need of direction. The young monk offered to guide them to their destination, and they gratefully accepted his offer. As they walked, the travelers began to ask the young monk questions about his life and his beliefs. The young monk shared with them the story his master had told him about the overthinking man and the teacher's wisdom. The travelers were fascinated by the story and asked the young monk to teach them more about mindfulness and meditation. The young monk was overjoyed to share his knowledge and experience with others. He spent the rest of the day teaching the travelers about mindfulness and meditation and showing them how to apply these practices to their own lives. As they parted ways, the travelers thanked the young monk for his guidance and wisdom. The young monk felt a sense of fulfillment and purpose that he had never felt before. He realized that by helping others, he was also helping himself, and that his own journey of self-discovery was far from over. In conclusion, the story of the overthinking man and the young monk shows us the power of mindfulness and meditation in quieting the mind and finding inner peace.